when I was younger, like starting from when I was like 15, I used to be a huge anime convention fiend. Like I'd go to all the ones I could in the area, and in the area at the time, most of them are still there. Like Anime Next, Otakon, Anime Boston, Manga Next, and NekoCon in DC. That was like the 5 big ones. People and Kineticon. That's 6. Then now, as I grew older, I found out that I like video games a lot more than anime. So right now, I pretty much exclusively go to like video game like conventions or gaming conventions.
For the span of, I want to say 7 years, I've been to Comic-Con, Anime Next, Anime Boston, Otakon. There's a lot.
PAX is great. It's run very well. It's very professional. That's what I like about it. While it's professional, but it feels like everyone there is like, you know, a fellow gamer. And there's events and giveaways. It's a real blast. On the other end of the spectrum, I've been to like really like grassroots, like local conventions, like Castle Point.
And the other one's anime, and they're kind of like different, but like putting them together is kind of good because of the fact that a lot of comics or manga in general turn into animes, so like they're connected in a way, and the atmosphere is nice.
It's an interesting experience for me because it's been a while since I've been to Boston. I never really traveled that far for a convention or a tournament. So that was an interesting new experience for me, was to, you know, attend one of these events like elsewhere. It was interesting, it was pretty much all the same experience. Like, it's friendly atmosphere, you can be like pretty open. I don't know, it's a good time.
Oh, and if you want some tea later, I brought this. If you want tea later, I brought this with you.
Because of, you know, how quickly these events sell out, it shows that, you know, there's a fan base, people want to go to these things, so they're making more of them. Like within the past 2 years, we got PAX Australia and PAX whatever the one, Central. There's 2 new ones. Australia's the newest one, I think. No, the second newest one. There's another one. Yeah, PAX South. Yeah, which is so. Starting, this used to just only be PAX Prime, so which means we're getting all these conventions. People all over can go something closer to them. Like luckily we live in New Jersey, it's not that far from Boston. But if I want to go to like PAX Australia, that was the only one. Like not happening.
From my experience, it was like super mind-blowing, and it was like the best thing that could ever happen because you're surrounded by people who have the same interests. So it's like you could go dressed up as something, you could go as yourself, and it's like acceptable either way.
I think conventions there's definitely video games involved because it's like, I don't know, it's part of the culture. You know, it's part of that like nerdy sort of stuff.
The only other way you could really have a bad experience there is if you're not really used to like all the different subcultures, I guess you could say, and you go there and you're a little taken aback and you're like, whoa, this isn't what I thought it was, and it just comes off negatively for you pretty much, I guess you could say. But yeah.
It's a whole community. It's a whole community behind this one thing, and the community supports you in everything you do. That's the one great thing about it. Like no one's there to say like, oh, you're doing this bad or to not support you. Everyone's supporting you doing the exact same thing, and that's what a community is. And it's a great thing that's within gaming, not just playing games. That how there's just a million people behind you in what you do.
When you, it's just like you said, things get leaked online, so it's like, after a certain point, it's like, why even bother? You're gonna, like, it's cool to be there and be like, yeah, I get to be part of all this hype for this leaked trailer and everything. But like, the stuff gets online anyway, so it's like, if there's a lot of stuff you want to do, you're better off going and doing that stuff instead of just waiting for one panel. I mean,
yeah, cosplay is definitely a big part of like. I used to go with my girlfriend. She cosplays. She's really into it. I like going to like look at the cosplay, get pictures. I kind of like collect my favorite characters, sort of. I like shopping around. I think that's a big part of it, is actually the shopping. I think that's the reason a lot of people go, because you get to like see all this merchandise you wouldn't normally see in like your typical, you know, Sears, Target, whatever. See all these like cool imported like mecha, like Gundams, and all that stuff.